Since it depends on which way you choose, all the options in the publishing phase are optional here. So which one to take? If you just want to create your manga and get paid for it, going the publisher route is the way to go. It's not the easiest way though, since publishers are quite picky with who they sign up. It is much more expensive for a publisher to create an original project compared to just buying a license for an already existing project abroad. So they have certain expectations and will also want to have a say in the creation process. I have addressed this topic in my class on how to find publishers. So if you want to go that route, it is best to have the publisher on board before the project is completed, and optimally from chapter 1. It does have benefits to work for a publisher, since they have an extensive network, connections to sellers, connection to the media, and have people for all sorts of tasks from the production to marketing. They also organize events that promote the manga or bring you and your manga to established events like conventions and book fairs. They also help to organize signing sessions at bookstores, which are usually paid. For example, when I had my signing sessions, I was paid €50, which is about $60 per hour for signing my name in my manga. They also get requests from bookstores and institutions for drawing workshops, and those in-person drawing workshops pay really well. For reference, depending on who I did the workshop for, I was offered a pay of between 70 and €250 per hour to do a workshop. Some of my colleagues who published with publishers earned more money doing promotional tours with signing sessions and drawing workshops than they originally did receive from the project itself. And of course, the publisher also takes care of traveling, food and accommodations when you have to go somewhere to promote your manga. In my case, those were usually 4 to 5-star hotels when I had to go to book fairs and conventions. When I was in Paris, my French publisher just handed me money to buy food at the hotel on the days they weren't going with me to the restaurant. I don't remember exactly how much it was, but I think it was like €200. Our German publishers generally just took us out to eat in restaurants. But as I said, it's not easy to get signed up with a publisher. Generally, it works like that. You work on a contract basis for the publisher as a freelance creator to create the manga. You don't get paid per month. You usually get paid a fixed fee based on delivery. And depending on the contract, that can be 50% upfront when you sign the contract, and the other parts after you deliver certain batches of your manga. Some publishers agree to pay the whole fee upfront, though these instances are really rare, and they don't do that with first-time creators. They had too many bad experiences with people disappearing. Some publishers pay when the whole manga is done, and it really depends on your contract and your negotiation skills. And when the project is done, your gig ends, unless there are promotional activities. But generally that means that unless you have signed a new contract for a new project, there's no additional money, which can make the time in between projects particularly stressful. So keep that in mind. Of course, if you don't want to deal with publishers, you can print your project yourself and sell it at conventions or online. Printing is not cheap, but if your work is good, you can get it crowdfunded. For example, by using Kickstarter. Or you can make people pre-order your project if you already have an audience and use the funds to print on demand, plus print additional copies for sale at conventions. In this case, you have to learn how to market your manga and how to advertise it online. Learn to develop a business network and learn the basics of marketing. Again, if you don't have money to invest into printing, don't want to go the publisher route, don't have a following yet, and just want to have people read your manga, you can use platforms like Webtoons to publish your project. I suggest researching which platform suits your project best. But if you want to go the publisher or crowdfunding route, it is best to develop a pitch deck. For publisher side, check out my class on how to find a publisher. As for crowdfunding, I suggest researching successful campaigns for manga publications on Kickstarter and see how they did it. Though generally, if you have worked through the phases presented in this class, you have got all the material that you need to pitch your work to the publisher.